It's fall, so it means one thing and one thing only. Over the garden wall time, baby! You're the one who clicked on this video. It's too late to click off now. You're trapped here. Please don't go anywhere. Over the Garden Wall is a show released by Cartoon Network in 2014 that follows two characters, Greg and Wirt, in their journey through a mysterious place called the Unknown. The series follows them through 10 episodes where they encounter different challenges and adventures while exploring the unknown and finding out more about a character named the Beast. As they continue in their journey, they come across characters that ultimately help them find out truths about themselves. But before I continue, if you haven't watched this amazing show already, click off the video now, go watch it, and then come back. It's only 100 minutes, and I promise you, it's definitely worth it. And the storyline is so amazing, and I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. But with that out of the way, this is where I'm going to start talking about spoilers. One of the things that makes this show so great is the way that it represents the themes of purpose and change. The most obvious representation of the theme of change is in the 4th episode when they encounter the people in the tavern asking them who they are, and Wirt doesn't really know how to answer that question. Although the people in the tavern give him the purpose of being a pilgrim, from this point on, Wirt kind of changes a little bit in his attitude towards the journey because he's no longer really sure what his purpose is and why he's even doing this journey in the first place. In a similar vein, Greg is not really too worried about his purpose, and he's more of a go-with-the-flow type of person, living in each moment just to have fun really, and not being too worried about the path that lays ahead of him, but just taking challenges as they come. I find this interesting because Greg basically represents a character that is going from adolescence to adulthood, both because he is a teenager leaving his childhood behind, and because he has new responsibilities to take care of Greg. He's worried about doing the right thing all the time. But these details do make it appealing to adults and people of all ages because of the depth and complexity of the characters. Greg's character foil shows that it's okay to make mistakes and to not really know what you're doing and just to kind of live life as it comes to you. And to me, I feel like that's like a really reassuring type of message to give, because it tells us that not only are we allowed to have fun in life and live life to the fullest, we're actually encouraged to. Because otherwise we could end up in a spiral of nihilism, as we see Wirt does. Some people have come up with theories about what the Beast represents, and one theory I've seen is that the Beast is a representation of death, and basically Wirt and Greg almost died when they went over the garden wall and fell into the lake. I do find that interpretation interesting, but I don't think it necessarily has to be the case inside of this universe canon. I think the main takeaway, no matter what the Beast represents, is that Wirt no longer has fallen into the trap of nihilism, and he's gained the skills to be courageous in his own life, especially with Sarah. Because in the end, this show is really about Wirt and how Wirt changes from beginning to end. All of the other characters stay relatively the same, mainly Greg from beginning to end doesn't really change at all, but he does play a huge role in helping Wirt change, which I think is really beautiful because it shows Wirt that there are people who care for him and he just has to accept those people and let them help him. But I can't end this video just with an analysis of Over the Garden Wall. One of the biggest reasons I like this show is because of the soundtrack. It's amazing. I'm not going to analyze it or anything. Let me just say the soundtrack to this show is the best soundtrack to any show ever. I quite literally listen to it every day going to and from class, and it just gives me like fall vibes. It's the ultimate fall soundtrack. They really went above and beyond with this, and I give both the soundtrack and the show 2 thumbs up. It has my seal of approval, so it's official. But that's really all I have for this video. I just really wanted to talk about Over the Garden Wall because I love the show so much, and I think it's my favorite show, if not top 3. But yeah, with that out of the way, happy October. I hope you guys enjoy the beginning of fall. We're one step closer to the Christmas season, which is my personal favorite, but fall is a close second. And I always celebrate the beginning of October with watching Over the Garden Wall. as many times as I can. If you enjoyed, subscribing would be amazing. I'm also going to mention I have a Discord if you would like to join. I'll leave the link in the description. But other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I love you. Goodbye.